Hi friends, it's Christina here. I just wanted to do a quick video and show you how to assemble my Beach Life shelf sitter. It's pretty simple, especially if you use Smoky Hill Eco products and then you have very little painting, which is exactly what I did. So first we're going to start with layer 1 and just putting the leaves on the palm tree. So I've used 3M on the back of these to make it super easy. So I'm only using 3M on the back of the palm tree leaves and also on the back of the sun, the Beach Life sun. The other layers, I just use glue to assemble them. So here is the bottom part of the palm tree leaves. So this is the one with the 6 leaves. So let's just take off the tape from the back. And then you want to note that you're going to have 2 of these, so they're facing opposite directions. So you want to make sure that you don't get them swapped, because if I try to put this one over here, it's not going to line up quite right. So make sure you know which one you're doing first. So I'm doing the left side. So you have these little score lines here, which will also help you line it up just right. So I've got that side done. And I like to do this first rather than assembling the whole thing and then trying to put the leaves on, because these leaves do not go all the way through on the other layers. So if you're trying to put this on after you've already assembled the rest of it, it's just not going to be as easy. So I do this first. So let's get the other side on. Again, this is the Smoky Hill Eco Green. This is just the plain Eco Green, because there's also Eco Dark Green, Eco Lime Green, Eco Chartreuse. So this is just the Eco Green, plain old Eco Green. The tops are the Eco Lime Green. I think the Eco Chartreuse would work also. This also has the 3M on the back. Again, you can use glue if you're super good with the glue. I seem to get it everywhere and all over my fingers. So for this part, I think it's easiest to use 3M. All right, there's that one. I can't get it off. Sometimes my nails don't want to work. Alrighty, so we've got that lined up. So that's all the extra stuff you have to do for layer 1. Now I'm going to skip all the way back to layer 6. So layer 6 is going to look like this. So it's plain. You can see there's just 2 little score marks on it. So this is telling you exactly where to put your sun. And this is telling you exactly where to paint the water. So I say paint because you can paint this. You can paint this little rectangle here. But what I have found is super easy if you don't like to paint, which I don't love painting. I just have a piece of vinyl here that I didn't even use my Cricut to cut it. I just cut this strip off with scissors, and you could just put it right here. And that is super duper easy if you have vinyl. You know what? I was thinking even blue masking tape would work. It'd be pretty much the same color if you wanted to do that. Now we're going to put my Beach Life sun on. So the file comes with the Beach Life engraving. So this is engraved and then I paint filled onto the Eco Yellow, which the paint filling is super easy to do. I have another video about that if you want to see it. One idea I had for this is if you sell in like maybe specialty shops in beachy areas, you could take the Beach Life off and then put like the city where the beach is, like Gulf Shores, Alabama or something like that. I thought, so you can make this into a cute little souvenir. But yeah, so use this yellow score line. You're going to line it up. And then there you go. All right, so that's layer 6. Now we just need to assemble the layers. So what I do when I do this, you can see the back is where I cut. So I just put a dot of glue on each of the corners. I don't use 3M when I'm assembling the layers because, to be honest, 3M is kind of expensive. So you would run through a lot doing it. But when you're just assembling the layers like this, I think the glue works just fine. So I'm just lining this up with my hands. One other thing I've done to line this up is to use a jig, but I am not going to do that right now. As you'll see, it's making me a liar. I have 3M on the back of this just because the orange that I had already had 3M on the back of it because I was using it for something else. So this does have 3M on it, so you can use 3M. But like I said, it's expensive, so I try not to use it for the main layers. This orange, you can use the Smoky Hill Echo Light Orange. This is very similar color to the Echo Light Orange, but this is actually painted because I think I painted this sheet before they had the Echo Light Orange. But this is, the light orange is very similar to this. So we're just gonna line that up. Here's our sand. This is just painted MDF. This first sand layer down here, layer 5, that's just raw MDF. I didn't do anything to that. It's just plain old raw MDF from Smoky Hill. Just slap it on your laser and engrave. Just 4 dots of glue on that. Line it on up. That's really all you need with this. This I used, I think, like a sand colored spray paint for this sand color, just because I wanted the sands to be just a different shade. This is, I think the Echo Rustic Oak, maybe. I could be wrong on that. But it's an Echo wood. I've used the Echo Oak barrel for this one too. That works really well. So just line that up. Like I said, you can use a jig to make this go a little faster. I do sometimes, but I don't have my jig right now. This is the last layer. Just 4 dots of glue, and this is what I was talking about. These palm trees don't go all the way through, so you do not want to put glue on these palm trees. So I just have the glue on the corners. And you're just going to line it up. And there we go. Now we've got this part assembled, and then we just need to put on the frame. See how 3-dimensional that looks? All right, let's put on the frame. Okay, I'm going to show you how I assembled the frame. This is the easiest way that I have found to do it. Using my 3M again, and I cut it into these strips. And I take the strips and I line the outside of the design with 3M. So you're just going to go around the whole perimeter of the design. Let's get it straight. And then you're going to go, I just take my thumb and I just press it down really hard to make it sure it's adhered well. If you're wondering what the backing is I have on it, it's just parchment paper. I stick parchment paper on the back of the 3M and then I cut it. I've got like a paper cutter that I just use to cut these strips. Paper cutter, I think it's from Cricut. It was like $8.99 on Amazon. And comes in pretty handy for cutting these strips. Okay. So I've got my 3M on the whole perimeter. And like I said, make sure it's pressed down very firmly. Then we gotta take the backing off. And if it starts to peel up like that, you just need to press it down again so it stays It's wanting to pull up there too, so just press it down. Okay. Okay. Got my 3M all the way around. Now your frame pieces are this. So this is how they're going to cut. This is just the 1/8 inch Echo wood. And when you cut it, they're pliable like this. So there's no trick. It's just, that's how it cuts. And then once you cut, it's bendy. So it's going to have 2 pieces. And you do want it to pull a little bit when you wrap it around. If you don't pull a little bit, you'll notice that these are a little short. That's designed like that on purpose because you just don't want to have any gaps or anything. So what I do is I line up the ends on the top, right up in the middle, and I press down. So you can see it's where they attach. So you press down up in the middle, and then you're just going to pull one side down to the middle on the bottom, and then pull the other side down, and then attach them at the bottom. Press that down, kind of press it down so it's level, and then I just pull it in together, press firmly all the way around, and it's all done. This little shelf sitter, perfect.